Welcome back to the iHorse Series channel. This time we will be introducing you to the term blockchain, which is seen as one of the next big thing in the technology world. Sit back and enjoy the video. Now coming to the topic. The million-dollar question was it Bitcoin that introduced blockchain to the world, or was it the other way around? Well, this fact is as debatable as the chicken versus egg story. But however, both Bitcoin and blockchain have done remarkably well so far. A handful of IT and banking experts believe that blockchain is a real invention of Satoshi Nakamoto and not Bitcoin. It is so because the blockchain technology can be leveraged to solve many fundamental problems that our world faces in many areas. Since its invention, the blockchain has evolved into several other types of the blockchain. But out of those types of blockchain, let's rush through two types, that is public blockchain and private blockchain, because they have a lot of potential. Talking about public blockchain, anyone can participate in a public blockchain because it is open source and public to all, and no one is in charge. There is no access or rights management done for a public blockchain, and anyone can be the part of the chain. Because of this, anyone at any given point of time can join, leave, read, write, or audit the public blockchain ecosystem. You need not set up a trusted party or entity to overlook the operations on this type of blockchain, and yet it will be censorship resistant. The catch is that this type of self-governed, decentralized autonomy is ensured on the system by its method of decision-making, which is very difficult or nearly impossible to tamper with. Public blockchains like Bitcoin or Litecoin consume an enormous amount of energy, time, and money because of the mining, and hence in return they remain tamper-resistant. Private blockchain is an absolute opposite of public blockchain. It is because many functions that are open to all on a public blockchain are not open here to all. Here one cannot read, write, or audit the blockchain anytime unless one has the permission to do so. In private blockchains, the owner of the blockchain is a single entity or an enterprise which can override delete commands on a blockchain if needed. That's why in its true sense it is not decentralized, and hence can just be called a distributed ledger or database with cryptography to secure it. But it is not all that bad, because in comparison to public blockchain it is much faster and cheaper, because one doesn't have to spend an enormous amount of energy, time, and money to reach a consensus here. But in other sense, it is much less secure and closed as compared to public blockchain, because it can be edited, written, or read as and when wished by the benefiting parties. Some of these similarities are: both types of the chains are decentralized. Both types of chains maintain a replica of the ledger at each node that gets updated with consensus. Both types of chains provide immutability of different levels. Hence, instead of getting carried away by these similarities, let us always remember the above explained differences between public and private blockchains. Also, in expert opinion, despite these differences and similarities, public blockchains have the potential to disrupt many industries and revolutionize the world, but it doesn't mean that private blockchain will be useless. Private blockchain certainly has the potential to save millions of dollars for various industries by reducing many different types of behind-the-scene expenditures that can be automated in a trusted way through blockchain tech. Across global supply chains, financial services, healthcare, government, and many other industries, innovators are exploring ways to use blockchain to disrupt and transform traditional business models. Many industry leaders have already achieved significant business benefits, including greater transparency, enhanced security, improved traceability, increased efficiency and speed of transactions, and reduced costs. Let's learn quickly how blockchain provides these benefits. Greater transparency. Transaction histories are becoming more transparent through the use of blockchain technology. Because blockchain is a type of distributed ledger, all network participants share the same documentation as opposed to individual copies. That shared version can only be updated through consensus, which means everyone must agree on it. To change a single transaction record would require the alteration of all subsequent records and the collusion of the entire network. Thus, data on a blockchain is more accurate, consistent, and transparent than the paper-heavy traditional processes. It is also available to all participants who have permissioned access. To change a single transaction record would require the alteration of all subsequent records and the collusion of the entire network. Enhanced security. There are several ways blockchain is more secure than other record-keeping systems. Transactions must be agreed upon before they are recorded. After a transaction is approved, it is encrypted and linked to the previous transaction. This, along with the fact that information is stored across a network of computers instead of on a single server, makes it very difficult for hackers to compromise the transaction data. In any industry where protecting sensitive data is crucial, financial services, government, healthcare, blockchain has an opportunity to really change how critical information is shared by helping to prevent fraud and unauthorized activity. Improve traceability. If your company deals with products that are traded through a complex supply chain, you're familiar with how hard it can be to trace an item back to its origin. When exchanges of goods are recorded on a blockchain, you end up with an audit trail that shows where an asset came from and every stop it made on its journey. This historical transaction data can help to verify the authenticity of assets and prevent fraud. Increased efficiency and speed. When you use traditional, paper-heavy processes, trading anything is a time-consuming process that is prone to human error and often requires third-party mediation. By streamlining and automating these processes with blockchain, transactions can be completed faster and more efficiently. Since record-keeping is performed using a single digital ledger that is shared among participants, you don't have to reconcile multiple ledgers and you end up with less clutter. And when everyone has access to the same information, it becomes easier to trust each other without the need for numerous intermediaries. Thus, clearing and settlement can occur much quicker. Reduce costs. For most businesses, reducing costs is a priority. With blockchain, you don't need as many third parties or middlemen to make guarantees because it doesn't matter if you can trust your trading partner. Instead, you just have to trust the data on the blockchain. You also won't have to review so much documentation to complete a trade because everyone will have permissioned access to a single, immutable version. Hope this quick tour around blockchain has helped you to grab a basic understanding of its purposes and benefits. Stay connected with iHorse series for more updates on interesting technology game changers. Have a great day.